All right, we are live. And what we're doing is we're going to put this small engine back together. We took it apart a couple weeks ago. I posted about it. And the hardest part is uh, one of my coworkers put everything back all these bolts in one container, one bag, which is not the way to go. So I'm gonna clean this thing up, and you're not gonna hear me talk much. I'm just gonna put it back together and then show you how that's gonna be done and my techniques for doing little things and lining things up, where parts go, and stuff like that. All right. Record this. Yeah. I'm not talking to them.
You're not talking to it?
I'm not. No, I'm just probably gonna just do it.
Are you gonna clean that crap out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I figured out it dissolves in either gas or the carb spray,
Okay.
and then when it dripped right there,
Yeah.
it recrystallized when the carb spray
Oh, wow.
evaporated.
Do you wanna, like tarping stuff for underneath? Cause we have
Yeah,
some stuff, we have some plastic.
yeah, something that might that I can sit on and roll around.
Yeah.
So that should be shiny. This is a new engine actually.
That's why we can't have nice things.
So. Oh man, I only need a little piece of.
What's that?
I need a little piece.
I know.
Weird, man. The crystals dissolved in it, and then we're at room temperature, but it's huge crystals. It looks like ice.
That's crazy.
Head gasket. Make some room for the decent things. These are the valve seats. Push rods. Might need to take this out so I can get behind it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's behind there. So, might be 5/16. Let's see what it is. All right. See, 3/8. Nope. Much smaller. No. I'm back. So I got, this is for the oil sensor. 5/16. Yes. Oh man, that's stuck. The whole point is I'm trying to save this motor. Let's see here. I need there we go. Extension. Damn, that's tight. So if we're coming in, just coming in, I'm taking this motor apart and cleaning this gunk out. And then I'm going going to put it back together. Look at that. Hard crystal. Wild, isn't it? All right, time to wipe that out. I saw another scissor lift.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I've seen quite a few actually. I've been looking at Ritchie Brothers auctions.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and there's actually quite a few here in Florida
Yeah.
that are.
Well, one guy was saying that he'll sell it for 900. That was last night. It was like 900, and then he said all you gotta do is just get the computer programmer thing, dongle, so you can reset the computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's just not moving because the computer needs to be reset. And I was like, why is it stuck?
Yeah, that's.
He was like, it just needs to be reset and it'll be fine.
Weird.
Well,
Yeah, I've been seeing. Yeah, I saw one go for 1,200. Everything's working. Everything was working.
wow.
And I was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
I totally missed it. If I had the fucking cash
Heck yeah.
to just do it, I would do it and then say, "Hey, Dave, fucking pay me,"
Yeah.
kind of thing. Oh, and by the way, we need to get a trailer and go pick it up.
Yep. I got a trailer.
Big enough to fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's overall length is 21 feet.
Oh,
But,
okay.
The bed size I think is 16.
Gotcha. Okay. God, that stuff is nasty.
Yeah. Crystals.
Yeah. That looks like. I mean.
I'm gonna have to like really open up.
Wow.
Real nice.
I mean, it looks like burnt sugar, like a.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like caramelized sugar, crystal. Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, wow. I still can't get over this. What it did to that.
That's
And that.
crazy. That's stuff we can't show on camera. But this stuff, man, that's wild.
That's wild.
When I was first tearing this apart, the oil would not drain out. And now the oil, now I know why it wouldn't drain out. Let me see, what can I poke in there? Small screwdriver. Small but long. figure out if the hole goes straight through or if it bends a little bit. That I do not know. Seems like it should be straight through. Yeah, straight through. Well, I pushed some of the stuff. I really wish I need a parts washer. If I had a parts washer, that'd be great. All right, I'm going to take this stuff. And drop it in the trash can. Some more paper towel. Okay. Look at the other bung hole. Oh, there's a washer. Good. I can see this one going all the way through. And it's straight. So maybe the other one is also straight. 2 oil drain plugs. Two oil drain plugs, one on either side. broke through. Look at that. Wow, that stuff is really hard. Wow. Incredible. The washer come off with this one. The washer's on that side. Yes, it is. Here's the washer. So it's a washer with each drain plug. Let me rinse what I can. I'm going to use carb cleaner. It's actually dissolving the crystals. Okay. Well, that's promising. Carb spray is dissolving the crystals. You can look at that. Let's see. Wow, they're melting. Isn't that something? Oh, almost done. Okay. Now, we still have the main bearing up there. Sorry, clean this up. Not supposed to be talking, but I'll just explain lightly explain to you what's going on. I want to get this in there. Oh, it looks like the threads. Looks like this was cross-threaded. That must be the bottom one. Now, I don't normally tear down a motor and then put it back together more than a week apart. Shoot, not even one day. Try to do it in the same day, but just how the projects have been going here at the shop. They've just been pulling me away from getting this done. This needs to be pretty tight in there. And yep, looks like the thread on this is pulled out, so that's not going to be good. Hopefully it doesn't vibrate out. That would be catastrophic failure for the engine. Okay, so the governor, that is, make sure the governor is in here seated properly, and make sure when you spin it, it spins freely, and then the weights fly outward and then the arm is on top of that, the plastic. I don't even know what you call that. I don't know, the plastic piece in the center part of the governor. I have no idea what that's called. All right, so I'm going to put these oil drain plugs back in so I don't lose them. Put them back in. Oh. The crankcase, I forgot to clean the other side of the crankcase. I'll clean that. Look at this. Look at that, that's crazy. Can't tell you about that, but definitely not what you want in your engine. Destroy some stuff. This thing sprays pretty good, huh? Running out. Okay. Much better. Okay, so before we can put this back on, we need to put the motor back together on the inside. And how we do that, oh, gotta take this off. That is the top, this is the bottom. Top is where the flywheel goes, so make sure you put the keyway, the Woodruff key at the top. And slide that back in, like so. Then, get in there. Then we want to position this Actually, we're not going to put the cam in yet. We're going to first put the piston in. So let's get the piston. And let's spray that. Oh, no, I'm running out of spray, so I'm not going to spray that. But I like it. I did already spray once. So you want this arrow to point down. So you want this arrow to point down. And then, so you're going to put it in, and you're going to put it in like this. And it's going to be just like that. And then you're going to squeeze the rings, and then push it down, squeeze, push down, squeeze, until you get the rings and everything inside the cylinder. And then you'll come on the other side and you'll lock this piston in like this. You're gonna have to use a tiny little 3/8 drive, quarter-inch drive with ratchet in order to tighten these bolts down. There are some torque specs out there that I do not have handy, but they are there for you to look up. Maybe, I don't want to get off the live, look it up, and then come back. So I'm going to torque it to what I feel is nice and tight. It's not important for this. Just want to get this back together. So, like so, I use a screwdriver. So I work on the bottom rings first. There's another way you could do it. Maybe I should show you that. There's a way to squeeze it with a collar and push down. Let's see if I can do this. Find the opening in the bottom, openings down here. And so you hold one side and then press the ring on the other side. Actually, you need to put it down. There. Now, you hold one side and press the ring on the other side, and then you push again. Ring is in, the bottom ring is now in, and then we'll go for the top. So get down, and you press in, and you pretend you have 3 hands. If you get it to where it's pretty tight already, and stiff, then you can work it by squeezing the ring around the edge, tap it in, then press it in, squeeze, and then tap again. So you can do it tiny bit of scoring here, but you can do it without damaging anything. With 2 screwdrivers. You don't need a collar or a special applicator. So now, we've got the piston down in the cylinder, and then the collar. We're going to lock this around the camshaft. Not camshaft, drawing the blank. Anyway, so we're going to do that by rotating it until it gets to where it needs to be. So I need it down a little further. There you go. And we actually need to be doing more. So we need to be pretty far in so that I can have room to rotate this and attach it to the other side to lock it on. And you can go all the way through, so be careful not to go all the way through. You want to, this is about halfway I need to go right now. I'm pretty sure this goes the other way. I'm pretty sure it goes down. So let's fit on there pretty good. We can start the screw, the bolt. Okay, we started by hand. And let's continue with my little tiny ratchet. If I know what size it is. Might be 5/16. All right, yeah, let's try. Oh, okay, we can try 3/8. Let's try 3/8. 3/8, but we just have to use a small 3/8. 1/4 inch 3/8. This is 11/32. Anyway. What is this? This is for that down there, 5/16. All right, let me go get my 3/8. this is roughly 3 days. What is it? Number 10. Not gonna fit. So, how did I do this last time? Shoot. See, this is why I don't do this so far apart, spread so far apart. I like to just take care of it right away. Let me get this out the way. So I'm just gonna have to slowly crank this down. Yeah, this motor showed signs of heating, overheating. There's some discoloration on the crankshaft. And it shut off. So we are now we tore it down completely, and we're putting back, we cleaned it, cleaned up some parts, cleaned the carburetor, and checked the plastic parts inside the motor, and they seem to be okay. I might be able to get it faster. Yeah. By fingers. Yeah, just fingers this way. Fingers are fast. This is taking forever. That's the problem with doing this live, is that if something is holding me up, you guys are gonna see that too. All right. I think I made enough room for this socket, the ratchet. Let's open, let's close. There we go. What do you think? Three Ugga Duggas? What? Let's see. How much pressure it takes to, I don't know, tighten your outdoor faucet. You tighten the other side, then I'll go back and crank them down. Okay. 1, 2. I think that's about right. Okay. Now, crankshaft. So it's got to go here. Let me see if you guys are still with me. Yes, you are. Let's see. Oh, somebody said, what am I fixing? I'm fixing a 212cc Predator motor, and it's going great. The cam lobes look good. Spring is on the compression release, and this is a metal one, which is rare because over here, as you can see, a lot of times they sell you these white plastic ones. Not good. I guess they're lightweight and cheaper. This one's heavier. And this seats right in the hole, but you need to line up this dot with the dot on the camshaft. So let's rotate this. I need to put some oil in the cylinder. Man, that thing is real stiff. Okay. Okay. Let's find that dot. The dot is here. And so you need to, oh, nope, the dot is here. I need to rotate more. Okay. So you need to line the camshaft with the cam perfectly. And you can get it so that the two dots fit together. Not one tooth off. And then to be just right. So that's off. Let's see. Lift, turn. Turn. That's off. Two more teeth. 1, 2, 2 teeth. That is still off just a little bit. One more tooth. That looks like it's right on. Dot to dot. That's how that goes. Real basic, real simple. Oh, I left a hole here with some extra crud. Okay. All right. Now, governor in the back is still free to move. The piston is locked in with the collar. Now, I believe we can just close this up because that part is taken care of. Let me look for anything. Oh, no. We got to put the seats in. So this is the bottom part of the other end of the valve that you don't see. The part of the valve that pushes the push rods up when it hits the cam lobes. And so that's got to go in. So I'm going to slide this out. Mess up my alignment. And then put them in. Both exhaust and intake are the same, so don't worry about that. These are what get pushed up by the cam lobes on cam. One, I did say I was not gonna talk a lot, but you guys had questions, and so it seems like you guys want me to talk. One tooth off. There we go. Perfect timing. In timing. The engine is in timing. All right. So now, I believe we can make sure we have our dowels, and then just set this back up here. So the two dipsticks are there, and move the crud out the way. The seal, the main seal at the bottom is still there, so that's a good thing. Tilt this up so I can plop this on right, just right. Our gasket is not broken, it's great. There we go, solid all the way around. Now, these have a specific torque spec, which is like 20 something foot-pounds of pressure. I have the torque wrench already set. But I need to sift through and see which is which and what is what. So this will be a little bit of a challenge, but okay. Matter of fact, I got a great way to do it. I'll show you guys what I did. So here's what I did. I got a piece of plywood. I wrote out how many and where each nut and bolt came from. And then somebody else dumped everything into a bag, but even the springs I got in here. So I'm going to try to recall exactly what is what. I might have an image somewhere. I think I took a picture. Okay. All right, springs. These little tiny ones. I have 4. I'll just separate it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do I have 6 of? 6. Crankcase bolts. 6. Okay. 4 head bolts. The head bolts, 4. Okay. Flywheel bolt, 1. Flywheel bolt. Flywheel nut. Oh, that's already over there. Okay. Throttle lever. The throttle lever is 2. I don't know, it might be these. Throttle lever. Ignition coil, 2 and 1 wire. Ignition coil is 2. That's a throttle lever. I think that's the throttle lever. Ignition coil. Where is it? Yeah, the ignition coil is tiny. That might be still on it. Huh. I was supposed to put whether it's a nut or a bolt. Fuel tank is 2 nuts. Fuel tank is 2 nuts. Might be, this is 3, this is 3, 4 nuts. So, 2 nuts, exhaust nuts. Okay, all right, 2 nuts, this is 2 nuts, and 1 bolt. I have a feeling that's for the fuel tank. These little short ones, I got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these, 7. I don't know what that is. 1 long spark plug, intake nuts. Intake nuts. Ah, this must be intake nuts. Pull cord, 4 cord bolts. Pull cord, 4 cord bolts. I think that's that. The rods I got over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of these. Pull cord, engine shroud. Engine shroud. I think the engine shroud is these. Where did I put them? Ooh, this is a good one. Engine shroud is only 4. I'm gonna say engine shroud. Man, this is tough. Okay, what's next? Ignition coils, 2 and 1. I don't know where that is. That must be over there. And then throttle lever. I think this is the throttle. Flywheel, 1 nut. Head bolts. This is good. Okay, this is throttle. Spring for the governor. Okay. All right, so now I got that. Now we can, I think I'm gonna wheel that thing over here. So, guys, dropped it. Hi guys, hi. I am just putting this 212 together. So we're wheeling closer to our nuts. Now, eventually just do everything over here. So I'll have everything available to me. All right, here we go. Now, see if I can get you. Here. Okay, so I've organized my nuts and bolts to the best of my ability. Now, I should be able to get everything together. All right. Flywheel, fan, valve cover. So you see how that's smoky? So I think those screws might be from the valve cover. Then the shroud is, here it is. Proof that it's a 212 Predator. It's one of those Harbor Freight motors. And then here's the intake manifold. Set all that to the side. Coil and plug wire. Bolts are not on there, so I'm gonna have to find those. I don't know where they went. All right, so crankcase bolts. At least we know that here's the flywheel nut. Put that in its position. All right. At least we know that the crankcase is fit on properly. Now we're gonna do the crankcase bolts. And 6 of them. Supposed to be torqued to like 20, 21 foot-pounds. Which is cool, you know. It's not that much. I've broken one of these bolts before. It's not nice. But let me get my fax in here. Might as well get the throttle lever and the carburetor. Carburetor, head gasket, rods. And random sockets that I think I'll need. Valve cover gasket. Valve cover gasket. Okay. Let's see what size these are. They look like a 10. So try the 10. It seems like they are. This is supposed to correspond with some torque. So if you could do this without throwing your motor off the table. But these are not exactly your precise torquing drills. That's okay. Maybe I'll go back later and crunch them down. The goal here is to put this motor back together, fill it with oil, start it, and I'll shut it off and I'll consider some things later. Okay, so now, flywheel. Let's see. I guess I could put the flywheel on now. It'll make it heavier, but yeah, I'll do that. So line up the keyway with the Woodruff key here. Set that on there. You can put this nut on. Actually, no, this fan goes on and then the nut. Fan goes like that, and then this thing, and the nut. And I forget what size this was. This was one of the big sizes. Let's see if I can put you guys over a little bit. This 19? 19, 20, 20. Want to see how the motor works? That's how the motor works. Cool, huh? It's an air pump. Every engine is basically, every combustion engine is an air pump. Dr. B said that. I'm gonna need an impact wrench to tie this up, to screw that in. All right, now let's work on the head. So we got our what do you call that? Seats, valve seats, or valve cam seats, whatever that is. They're in place, and so now we can check where the engine is because of these rods. You can see. Yeah, so that's where the engine is right now. I don't remember which one is which, intake or this might be intake and this one exhaust. Not really sure, it doesn't really matter for now. Now we need our head. Where's our head? Still dirty and nasty. So because this is still dirty and nasty, I need to clean it up. The way to clean it up is there are no seats. There are no rocker seats. I don't know if that's real or not. A lot of times it comes with one at least. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll clean this up. Let's get some spray. And I'm running out of spray, so I might need to use acetone. Luckily, I'm in a lab. I just happen to have some acetone. That reminds me of the old Jerry Springer shows where he's talking to a guest and they're saying something real crazy about somebody else, and then all of a sudden, well, we just happen to have some black people right here. And he brings them out. I just realized you guys can't see what I'm cleaning up. Move this over. I don't even know if acetone is going to work. And then the valves are actually kind of stuck. This is the hole where the spark plug screws into on the other side, from the other side. I don't want to scratch up the combustion chamber, but we're going to have to move those valves, so the way to do it is to knock them out. Knock them out though. Oh. Seems to be moving. if they move, oh yeah, that valve is moving. That one's moving, so it's not stuck. So that's great news. So I can simply put like that and run it. All right, so let's do that. Put that like that and run it. So we need to put our gasket on. Gasket goes like that. Gasket goes like that. And then the head goes like this. You don't have to have the rods in right now. Matter of fact, it's probably better if I don't. And also, this shroud is pretty annoying. So I'm gonna take this off. Well, maybe that's why I didn't take this off. That thing is tight. All right, let's see what we can do. I know I'm taking long, not a speed demon. So apologies if you wanted to see somebody rush through putting a motor together. That ain't me. Sorry guys and girls. Did you know that, fun fact, 90% of my viewers are all male. So, yeah, there you have it. Yeah. I never even moved the adjustment. So, the valves are still at the correct adjustment. Isn't it cool? Complete teardown without even, oops, I should have put a bolt in there. Let me put some head bolts. 1, 2, these are 13, what do you guys think? 13, 14. I think 13 was right. Shout out to those who are watching. Y'all have made the channel explode. So I really appreciate everyone who pays attention, because I know I speak slowly. I'm not one of your great speakers, but at least I know what I'm saying when I say it, right? I think about what I'm saying before I say it. Boom. Let's get this seated. Push down on one side so that the other end locks up, and then you have enough to press down on the spring, press the valve into the cylinder head, and then that allows the other side of the rocker to go up, so it rocks. And line it up. That up, and it pops into the other side of this bubble. So you have pretty seated. So now we'll crank the motor again from the flywheel and take a look at what the valves do when we do that. And the air is coming out of the spark plug hole. Don't want to do that too much. I need to get some oil in there before we start rotating this with no oil in it. All right, so valves are set. We can check that it's another way to check is that we rotate it over until we get to top dead center, which means that the piston is all the way at the top. And then that would mean that both valves are completely closed. Oh man, I'm not gonna do it like this. There we go. Both valves are completely closed. I thought both should be loose, if I'm not mistaken. There. This is top dead center, and then the screwdriver should not go far. Yep, top dead center. Here we go. That's how you do it. And both are loose, and then now you can measure the gap and everything, but this should not be out of adjustment. And I'm not gonna prove it to you, but it should not be out of adjustment because we didn't move them. So put the two bottom head bolts back in. I guess I should torque the head bolts, right? Don't be super crappy. I think that was much higher. That's like 79. Anybody in the comments know what the torque should be for the head bolts? What's up? Let's see. Herman Martin says, hi. What's up, Herman? Yeah, big son, this workspace is just so happens to be my other line of work as well. So I'm lucky to actually be working at this place because my workspace at home, not like this. But I see you got your new space. You got your new storage space. So you ain't doing bad yourself. Should I use a big torque wrench? Oh, no. This big one is no joke. So, anybody in the comments? No, oh, this is too much. This is too large. I need smaller. That's too large. It's out of the range. Let's see, this one is much smaller. Yeah, and I should have had it set. Yeah, 20, 21. Yeah, 21. And it's a 3/8 drive, so this should be good. Okay. So look at this 13. All right, head bolts are torqued down. Not gonna put the spark plug in yet. And then, so we got this back gasket. Here's the front gasket for the carburetor. I don't know if I'm ready for the carb yet. What do you think? What should I do next? The ignition coil maybe, so we can get some spark? And then the engine cover. Let's see here. I still gotta find these bolts, so let's see, maybe this? This? These two? Maybe one. Let's see if it's this. Should have. Oh, that is annoying. Okay, that might actually be it. So these two. All right, so we'll gap it. I have something I specially made to gap my coil. Because I know the thickness of this, it's, I think it's like 0.0, it's like 4/1000ths of an inch, which is perfect for what this should be. I might need to turn this around. Yeah, I need to turn it the other way. I'm not perfect, y'all, as you can see. Definitely didn't do that, right? I gotta flip this around. Well, in my defense, I was only checking to see if it was the actual right tool for the job, the right screws. So this comes around here, something like this, and then this will be over here for now, and then I will put these screws in. Start it. Next one. Start it. Okay. gap it. Oops. Gap. And then put your, whatever, if you use a business card or this, do what I do. Doesn't matter. But as long as you get it to some satisfactory distance away, and then you tighten this down. I don't know why I got the sniffles today. I think it's that carb spray and got up in my nose. I might, instead of watching this whole live again, I might just post another video where I just speed up this whole process, and then you can see everything that goes on. All right, so that's that. Now, cover goes on. This goes around this way, I believe. Yeah, it goes under the arm, and then through the wire keeper. All right. That lines up there, that goes there. This lines up with the hole. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 screws for the shroud. And I believe that is these. So not this one. Not sure, but let's see. Yes. I'm gonna put the one with the grounding ring hole, ring eyelet or whatever. It's taking a while, but it's coming together. You guys can see it. Big Son said, I wish I had that space. Me too, brother, me too. Okay. Come on. Really? Really now? Loosen this up. Then put this in. Okay. Oh, there's only 3. 1, 2, 3 for the pull cord. So I wrote that number down wrong. There's only 3 screws for that. So that matches up with this. But I'm not ready yet because I need to I need to really screw this down with the torque. Right, I think it's like 79 foot-pounds, something crazy. So now let's see here. What else? Carburetor. Let's put the carburetor on. How many of y'all have the patience for this kind of stuff? I mean, I know it's challenging for me, so. That goes like that. And then this is the outside gasket. See which way that goes. That seems to go like that. And I already cleaned this way earlier, like over an hour ago. So you guys may have seen that or not. Then I'm not gonna put the air box on it. Oh, the air. There is a hose that runs around. Oh, it runs around. Okay, I might be able to, because this goes on like this. Look at that, nice and clean, brand new. We just did something to it on purpose. Put this in the off position. And this goes around through here. Let's see if you guys can see this. So this is the top of the engine. So this comes around here and then goes into the fuel tank. Into a nipple on the fuel tank. So that's how that goes. All right. Now close it so it doesn't evaporate anymore. Oh, look at this. I just noticed something. I gotta take this off, slide that up under there, put it back. Done. It's not one thing, it's the next. Loosen up the other one. There. Put this back. I should put the 1/4-inch drive on the drill. 'Cause my wrist is going to be done. My wrist is going to be done. Quarter-inch drive, where are you? 1/4-inch drive. I left it over there. Yep. My wrist is going to be burning tomorrow. All right. I haven't torqued down the flywheel yet. So remind me, you guys. Matter of fact, let me check the chat now. See if you guys have anything for me. You got anything for me? All right. Well, not yet. Okay. Let's see here. So it's coming together. So carburetor nuts. Carburetor nuts. Where's that? Intake nuts. Intake nuts. 2 each. This is real time. This is not pre-recorded. This is the size 10 though. We'll use this one. Now let's start it first. Oh, did I put that gasket on? Yes, I did. Okay. Now, valve cover. Okay. Valve cover. And I already got the valve cover gasket over there. Do I already have it over here? Oh, it's right here. Valve cover. Here it is. And is the exhaust. Making an appearance on the channel for the first time. The gasket. Now this is looks like a natural cork gasket. So it has swollen since the last time it was on, but we don't care. Once you fit it in there, squish it on. That's not too bad actually. That is not too bad actually. Now, valve cover. That might be these. I have no idea. That's so crazy. I got 4 left, so that might be it. That's all it can be. It's gotta be it. And that ain't it. It's 5/16. Get out there. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Interesting. Oh, so that smoky screw that I had up there, that was for this. I bet it's these 2 smoky ones that came off the valve cover, but they're the same screw, so. Perfect match. Let's see, this one. See if I find another smoky one to match. Nope, I put it somewhere else. All right. Valve cover is on. Before I do the exhaust, I think the fuel tank was tricky before, so let me do the fuel tank. This is a fuel tank that I gotta go get. Maybe maybe I don't do the fuel tank first. Maybe I just do the exhaust first. And the gasket is there, so remember that when you're doing this. And it actually goes this way. So it goes up like this. And it is graphite. It's a graphite gasket. So it's basically carbon. It's like tough, but you know, it's also brittle. These look like size 13. Let me see. Yeah. So I will take off the 1/4-inch drive and put on the 3/8 drive so that I can drive with my size 13 socket. Put these nuts on. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. So I need to torque this down a little more. It's just exhaust. If it escapes, it's just going to be smoking like it was here. Okay, and now this is supposed to poke inside, right inside of here. I'm going to use a screwdriver. And this is for some, I guess, warm, hot air recirculation, exhaust gas recirculation. I don't know. Heat up the exhaust so it's ready and warm. So that goes there. Spark plug goes there. We can put the spark plug in now. I think I'm able to, but while I'm here, let's do this. So this is the throttle. So this goes, oh, this connects onto the fuel tank also. So that might be the reason why. Under or over the fuel line? There. There. That looks not in the right position. It goes over under the fuel line. So not sure. Oh, I'm not sure if you guys can see. Oh man. Sorry about that. Looks like it actually goes under the fuel line. So I'll pull the fuel line out. Not sure if you guys can see what I got going on here. Fuel line goes, sorry, the fuel tank recirculation goes there. This, not really sure. This has got to go over this. And this sits down there and there. So there's one screw here and one screw in the back. I'm going to use some of these short ones. I got 3 left, I think. So driver. Extend this out and use this. Oh, I'm gonna have to set the springs. Okay. That goes there. All right, now the fuel return line. It's got to go through there and around to the fuel tank. That's good. Now, there's got to be a spring that connects here, and then a throttle linkage that connects to the carburetor. So I'm going to take off the intake manifold again. Three-inch drive, and they're size 10. That ain't it. Well then, I will use the quarter-inch drive. Take off this. So that hose is on, making it tight. But should be stretch. No, no. Gotta pull it out. Okay. All right. So we got linkages and springs and stuff to go here. So we got throttle linkage, and I believe this goes in the second hole. And then this slides forward and allows you to put this in the slot and the hole there. And then it goes like that. That's it, just like that. And there's a spring there. I believe that's this. I believe that goes in the first hole. So, actually the rod goes between this. So, oops. Put this around over the rod. This goes in the second hole here. First. And the rod and the spring connect on the other side on the carburetor. So this goes here. Go back. Slide it back until you get enough distance, and then needle nose for this is what works. This is a big, huge needle nose. You don't need such a big needle nose. there. And then that's that. And so now we gotta connect the middle hole, I believe, to one of these holes here. And so throttle go like this. Low, high. So let's do that. It comes up from the bottom. So like this. From the bottom. Can I just say that? Well, I could look at my other motors over there to see if that's the right place to put it. Let me go take a look. Let's go, come with me. Alright, so we're looking from the top. Let's look from the side. Alright, so the spring goes in the middle hole and over here. Oh, underneath the throttle arm. Why didn't you guys tell me? You guys didn't tell me. Alright. Welcome in. I'm putting the 212 back together. So this is totally wrong. Better needle nose. That's